Hey guys, what's going on? It's about 6:15 p.m. now on Tuesday evening, and we're getting ready to head upstairs here in just a little bit to the Sugar Hill Gang and Coolio, getting ready to see them at the top of the riv. So I'll definitely be recording some of that, and you can look forward to some of that video being posted later on tonight. Now, I'm actually redoing this video because I had done an intro earlier today, and I just didn't like how it was, so I'm redoing it. But I'm going to tell you what you're going to see in this particular video. It's going to be the same footage that I had earlier. I know some of y'all had already seen the footage, with the exception of my intro. But you're going to see some more footage from last night's Soul Train party, so I know you'll look forward to seeing that. And also took a little bit of footage from a little after party that we had last night up at DJ Rude's room, and he fixed some nice tamales. I mean, they were really good, and they were spicy, but you know what? I normally don't eat spicy foods, but DJ Rude, if you're watching, I gotta say that was great, excellent. You know, it was really good. Those tamales were delicious, and there's nothing like homemade tamales. I definitely have to say that. Well, after that, we went down to the bar. Brian and I sat there and talked for a little bit, and a few others, and Rick, who is a DJ Flip, he came up and told us about how he had just gotten off the elevator and got approached with a prostitute. So, got approached by a prostitute, actually. And of course, in Vegas, that's really nothing new, and you know, we all got a big laugh about that. But anyways, I was walking through the casino. I decided to go to sleep early last night, and I was walking through the casino on my way back to my room, and that same prostitute came up to me. And I have to admit, guys, she was attractive. I mean, she was a short little blonde girl, and yeah, she was very attractive. I will give her that. But she came up to me and asked what I was going to do, and I told her I was going to go to bed. And she asked if she could come, and I said, no, I'm sorry, I don't do that. So anyway, I've got enough class on myself not to get involved in something like that. But anyway, you know, that's just a little tip I wanted to give you guys. If you ever decide to come to Mobile Beat Las Vegas, just make sure you think with the right head, okay? Alright, that's all I'm going to say on that subject, okay? But anyway, we're going to go ahead and take you back to last night. You're going to see some footage again from last night's Soul Train party, and then you're going to see some footage from one of the seminars today by Kent Juilian. He did a seminar talking about running a successful business and reaching your dreams, and I recorded about 3 or 4 minutes of that seminar just to give you guys a little sample of what the seminars are like here at Mobile Beat Las Vegas, so I think you'll enjoy that. So anyway, Google his name and check out his information, Kent Juilian, and I think you'll really enjoy seeing at least part of that seminar. So anyway, we'll have Coolio and Sugar Hill Gang video coming up next, but in the meantime, let's get back to last night. Okay, we're up here now at the Soul Train party, the official kickoff of Mobile Beat Las Vegas. Now, I wanted to come over here to the side window. Once again, I want to show you another piece of movie history, and we're going to show you the Hilton, which was used for the movie Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone, and also Indecent Proposal, if you remember that movie. That was always a fun movie with Demi Moore, and that was where that was filmed. So I'm going to show that to you here in just a second. Here we go. Right there it is. Thought you might like to say, we're having got a pretty good crowd out here so far. It's pretty good. Got a lot of us here tonight. Time upstairs at the Soul Train party, but now we're at our own after party here in one of the rooms, so check this out.
For about 20 years, I did all those different things for about 20 years. And then 5 years ago, I started a company on the side. Probably, again, a lot like some of you guys and gals have done and being a DJ. Just started on the side. It was a career coaching company, and that's what it still primarily is. started with absolutely nothing, and 5 years later, I've been doing it now full time, very, very successful. I'm considered one of the America's leading success and career coaches, and I've been called that. I'm on radio shows and different things like that. And I tell you all that because I just want you to know a little bit about myself. But there was a time when all that, when I tell you that success stuff, there was a time that I felt more like this. In fact, I was sitting in the last meeting and I heard those guys talking about burnout. There's a time I felt like that, and burnout usually isn't just work, it's life. It affects everything. You see, I've always been passionate about what I do. I love what I do. And I think today, as I speak to you, you'll see the stuff that I share with you doesn't just come from here, it comes from here. But there was a time I almost chunked the whole thing. And looking back, I can compare it to that 7th grade water slide ride. You see, when I first started working with students and was excited, and I got trained to work with students and do all this kind of stuff, I thought I was going to change the world. And it was like at the beginning of that water slide ride, I'd never experienced it before. I was so excited to get on there. And when you're starting your businesses, you're thinking, man, I have an opportunity to do something really neat, something significant. And not just play music, but on some of the most significant moments of people's lives. So you're really excited about doing that. You're excited about starting this business, but you get on the ride, and it goes a lot slower than you think it's going to go. It just doesn't pick up the speed. And then it does start picking up speed. Kind of like when I added 5 people to that train. It starts picking up speed, but it picks up speed in all the wrong areas. Instead of picking up speed on the stuff that you're passionate about doing and passionate about making an impact, it's all the management stuff of life. It starts crowding into what's most important. And if we're not careful, we let all that stuff crowd so much that it's like we're on the water slide ride, flying down, totally whipping out of control, and life is doing us. We're not doing life. People that have simply learned how to live and lead their lives way beyond average. Now, I shared that stuff, and when you're a speaker, it's kind of weird to get up and share stuff about yourself because it sounds like you're bragging. So what you know about me is this, that I led successful youth organizations, and I got to the point where I was leading one of the biggest ones in the nation. What you know about me is I've been a successful entrepreneur. What you know about me is I have a successful marriage, an awesome marriage. What you don't know about me is that when I was younger, I had such a bad speech impediment, the letters I could pronounce were almost as long as the letters I couldn't. What you don't know about me is in 3rd grade, my teachers called my mom and dad into their room for a student-teacher conference and said, how did Kent pass the previous grades without being able to read? What you also don't know about me is my SAT scores were so low that when I graduated high school, I couldn't even get accepted into college. And yet, graduated with a BS and later with an MA, and all with honors. And what you don't know about me is in 7th grade, I was an at-risk student who made a huge mistake that almost ruined my life. What I'm trying to say is this. I'm average. Like a lot of people in here, I'm just average. I'm average height. I'm average looking, except my wife thinks I'm above average looking. Average intelligent. Less than average hair. Just average. And yet, I'm telling you, I've done a study on successful people, and all the really successful people that I've met, every single one of them are average. All they've done is learn how to live and lead their lives, leverage certain things to be way beyond that.